everyone, welcome back to my YouTube tarot channel. This message is going to be for water signs for the week of July 20th. I'm trying out a new setup today, sitting here on the floor so that you can see both me as well as the cards. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I have my fan going pretty strongly. It's really hot here in New York. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of a longer spread today. This is going to be a six card self-care strategy. For the main part of the spread, I'm using the Neo Tarot deck. And for oracle guidance, I'll be using the Sacred Traveler. Okay, so I haven't shuffled yet. Again, this message is for water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Lots of people are making decisions right now. Okay, and we have here coming up at the bottom of the deck the Three of Wands in reverse. And it's interesting here because we have, starting off the spread, the Two of Wands in the upright. So what I'm getting off of this is that perhaps you are paring down your options in whatever way that may resonate. This may be when it comes to work options. This may be about paring down your social circle. This may be about paring down your dating options. Just sort of thinking about what path is best for you. So it's almost as if you've, with this Three of Wands coming up in reverse, you've sort of already taken out one option. And now you're thinking about the remaining two options. So that's sort of where your head is at, top of mind right now for the start of this reading. So we have here coming out next, the spread is read right to left, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles energy is often looking back at what we've done, what we've built, the seeds that we've sown, and has it reaped the result, the product, the reward that we would have wanted. With this card coming up in the reverse, my initial instinct is to say no, that it hasn't, and I'm actually strongly getting that perhaps this is related to how you have pared down the Three of Wands to the Two of Wands. Whatever, wand you've gotten rid of, there was something there, right, that didn't actually quite come to fruition or materialize in the way that you would have hoped. So for each of the readings, since in this spread, this card, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the second card position, is the self-care strategy to try. I've been reading the self-care tip from the accompanying book, which is quite thorough. I highly recommend this deck for anyone who might be interested. So we have, that's Six of Pentacles. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. I'm actually, I'm going to do a little something for my water sign. Since I'm a water sign, I'm going to read the reverse meaning as well as a self-care tip. So it says, impatience has a way of letting us make rash decisions we wouldn't normally make. While you may feel despondent and over it, take a beat. Are you ready to say goodbye to the thing you've invested so much in? Or are you just dissatisfied with where you're at right now? Anxiety around the results of your efforts won't speed up the conclusion. Pay attention to what you're doing in the material realm and don't rush any decisions from a place of angst. And the self-care tip says, find a baby plant, or better yet, a bag of seeds. Plant them in soil and exercise patience, care, and commitment in watering the soil every day until you get a tiny green sprout. Let yourself feel satisfied by bringing new life into the world, however small. Nurture your creation as it grows. I really love that, and in fact, I think as a water sign, I'm going to take that advice myself. I heard like a weird ringing in my ear as I was reading that. And this is interesting here because if you have made a decision, recently and sort of pared down your options, this card may be suggesting, to take a little bit, of a step back. or at least to sort of assess and reevaluate why it is that perhaps you made the decision that you made. Was it one that you were making in haste, or was it really the best decision for you? And interestingly, we have coming up next, we have the Five of Swords, and this is saying what might be stopping you. Five of Swords energy is typically a card of conflict, but it can also talk about sort of laying your swords down. So I am getting, whatever this is, whatever the situation is that you've worked on, right? And you're, sort of maybe on the fence about the lasting viability or success of this thing, that perhaps you're feeling tired of feeling conflicted over it, and so that energy may be what's stopping you from really getting a more 360-degree bird's eye view of the situation in terms of how to make your decision going forward, right? So we have the next card coming up here, how to address this, and it's the King of Cups. This is clearly water sign energy, typically can be Cancer, but could also be Pisces or Scorpio energy as well. What I'm getting from this card is that, perhaps as a water sign, this is the only water coming out in the spread, you are going to sort of have to get in touch with your emotions and your intuition on this situation. And I'm also getting, sometimes the King of Cups can sort of imply that we're sort of too deep in our emotions. We're sort of like a man alone on his island. But I am getting a little bit here that for the water signs, specifically for this week, that actually might be a good thing. Sort of taking more time to yourself, to sort of reflect and meditate on what it is that you're doing and why. Figuring out where any, areas of conflict may be coming in, really taking the self-care, listening to the meaning and the self-care tip of that Seven of Pentacles energy before you make whatever kind of decision it is that you need to going forward. So the next card coming up is saying the benefit of addressing this, and this is the Fool card coming up in the reverse. So I am getting here that I'm getting slightly different readings here. I am getting that either, by taking a step back, getting a little bit of introspection, getting in touch with your emotions and where you are really passionate about, you will be able to sort of take a leap of faith into a new beginning. Alternatively, I do feel like for some, that meaning and the self-care tip, sort of was a little bit of a caution to slow down before you make any sort of hasty or rash decisions that's going to keep you from making, in fact, a foolish decision. So that's a good thing. And then finally, we have coming out here the Lovers card. So interestingly, the Fool followed by the Lovers, this can actually be Aries, Gemini energy, which, do those follow each other? Oh no, it's Aries, then Taurus, then Gemini. Okay, so never mind, disregard that. But yeah, the Fool can be Aries energy, the Lovers can be Gemini energy. I am getting here that whatever decision you may be making, and it could be related to work, right? But I am getting here that the final outcome is actually going to be, some kind of significant soulmate relationship. So if you're currently single, I am seeing that there's someone else coming in, perhaps rather quickly. And this person could be an air sign or a fire sign, or an air sign. This person could be a water sign or a fire sign. I mean, all the elements are out here, so they could be anything. I was just from the bottom of the spread picking up strongly water or fire. But Gemini is also air, or the Lovers can represent Gemini, which is air. And for others of you, I'm getting that, perhaps if this decision is related to an existing relationship, right? So for those of you who might be coupled, perhaps you're going through a difficult time right now, which is completely understandable with the retrograde and eclipse energy that we've been experiencing, that it's going to keep you from making a foolish decision, with regard to this love connection. So let's go ahead and jump into the Oracle guidance. See what it has to say for the water signs. And so, yeah, I am seeing solitude here. So there's definitely, the energy that I was getting off of that King of Cups time, sort of to yourself, to reflect, to meditate, get in touch with your emotions and where you stand before you take any action. What are the messages for water signs? Whoa. Okay. I guess you guys get a little bit extra. So we had 3 cards fly out here. So we have Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. Perfect. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. And finally, Valiant Courage, which sort of flipped out here at the end. Take action with passion. Okay, so those are going to be the messages for water signs, again, for the week of July 20th. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications button if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. And thank you for watching. Bye.